Conquest 2099, issue number 3. The Cosmic Blood War escalates. While Dracula journeyed to the new vampire homeworld, Domus Draconum, he crash-landed on the planet of Midas, where he was experimented on and tortured. He escaped and defeated Midas's rulers and turned the population into vampires. Dracula led his new army to Domus Draconum, where they made a terrible discovery. A warrior race of spider aliens called the Iranians had ravaged the planet and took the survivors as slaves. Meanwhile, Logan, aka the Last Nova, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man, had teamed up to face the Iranians on the front, while Dracula's war captains took on Webweaver and other Iranian soldiers. Just as Dracula seemed to gain the upper hand, the Silver Surfer arrived. Conquest 2099, Utopia in battle. Welcome, fellow watchers. Witness the Silver Surfer, weary of death after ages of reaping souls, locked in battle with Dracula, swept up by righteous vengeance. Here, the planet Urzon turns, gripped by the Iranian yoke, and here, despite the horror, I may even close my eyes. We see Dracula and the Silver Surfer going into battle. Such is my duty as this reality's watcher. Enough! Your people are free, Impaler. End the massacre. Blood bears blood. Endure, please, Surfer. I do not answer to you. You answer to life, the only master worth serving. Life? Where was your life when Arenal butchered my people? The corpses of the conquerors litter the stars. You seek vengeance, but raising Urzon will birth vengeance seekers. You are old, Impaler. I had hoped you'd take the long view. Hoped.
Lord Dracula, can it be Night Forge has fallen? If so, Death Form, that gifted sky demon, will join him in death.
Ah! You refuse to see beyond your own rage. Refuse reason.
Scream!
The Silver Surfer uses his cosmic rays to slam Dracula's body straight into the earth with the bats following it. Scream, 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 scream! But you will not refuse me. Angry Surfer, you have witnessed tragedy, even studied it, but you have not lived it. You talk of life, but you see how quickly you turn to raw violence. You lash out at the defiance of a single warrior, but my entire world burns. And dare utter the word enough? My people are not. We are not to be safe until the Iranians are devastated. Consider yourself and step aside so that my justice may be found. Past the threshold of justice lies madness, Dracula. Cross that line, and we will meet again. The Silver Surfer takes off at the speed of light. In the ruins of Domus Draconum, the vampire homeworld, Spider-Woman is walking on top of the planet's surface. A grave, the only one we have found. How intriguing. Not long ago, Spider-Man set Dracula on a course for this world for a new beginning. A grave requires a gravedigger. Perhaps Dracula arrived too late. If so, what few Iranians who are left would never sate his fury. My fingers can still smell the blood in the soil, the same scent Spider-Man carried back from space. This was Dracula. He found his world in pieces with nothing to strike back at. Nothing but the stars. The man I met on the moon wouldn't wait if Dracula's hunting the Iranians. This got bigger and bloodier. We could contact Wakanda, and the Avengers could. Avengers got rules, Spider-Man. Ain't neither side interested in those. But I got a guy. Owes me one. He can get us off this rock. The big man's on his way. As we see our heroes standing there. But he ain't exactly a fan of mine. Dracula's interrogating Webweaver. So much for the Enforcer. What would your lord say now, Webweaver? What would your spider side do as you shrink at my feet? Your mind torn open. Your wretched kind cannot hide from me. Now, with all you know, you roost in the Ovida system. Your spineless ripping fuel web from captive planets. Capitans, Lord Dracula. Spider-Side's fleet maintains off-world power. Lead our legion. Render every ship and every death spider aboard into pulp. And you, my lord? I will be busy. Kill Path while you humble the Iranian dreadnoughts. The Darkhawk and I will be in a new system, eating the sun. And on the Aranio, in the Ovida system. I guess you've heard, Widow.
The subway of Shiva's with it. The fear, the desperation, all centered on one name, Dracula. It seems this old lord is displeased with our treatment of vampires. How quaint! What victories he found are small. His grunts will shatter against our fleet. And the most resilient survivors will be plucked to turn the spindles.
As told by the side and as narrated, vampires are the greatest work stock we've found, but 'twas still thins their numbers.
You are actually my tactician. If stock is low, find me more.
The wider Rita provides, as she always does. There are more vampires. The 7th fault, the Reaper attack moon.
Raid them. All the spindles must churn. The fleet must fly. Fuel web must be woven. New worlds must be mined. And new work stock found. Empires are wheel. With every revolution, its power grows. I will not yield that power. Thanks to our seeming disadvantages, no two-grip has ever left Araneo. Until me, to stand equal, I have had to redefine savagery. A foregrip like you could never understand that. I have given us more, any before, and still they hunt for reasons to call me weak. But should such an accusation cross your mind, ask Madam Webb how those who rise against me fare. If you can find what remains of her.
Spider-Side is eating the remains of treacherous traitors.
I would never dare spy the side. My role is clear. What gifts I enjoy, I owe to your Genetics program. I live as told, and as told, if it is more bloody fed, workers we see. There is one vampire herd whose numbers stand above all. The backwash of Domus Draconum left behind on the mega planet known as Earth, the world this Dracula once called home.
I see a single raid to bolster our work, stock and wound the old vampire soul.
Indeed, your wisdom is sound, Spider-Side.
Bring me a subcom. I will signal the fleet myself. Let the eyes of the Death Spiders shine to Dracula's first homeworld.
Hell of a eulogy. Sorry I can't burn. You healed my immune gifts a hard share. I would live, Phoenix, but there are no Iranian eulogies.
If you want blood, I can change everything in sight to an O negative.
There are oceans of blood here. Cyclops, the wound is part of the right, as it is the pain.
Spider-Man 2099 takes a seat right next to the last Noah.
Fighting the Lord of the Vampires in space. You got old Pete beat with that one, kid. I did what I had to. I kept him off Earth. Peter Parker fought Dracula plenty of times.
Your heroic age isn't exactly lost history.
Heroic age. We did the best we could. And trust me, that ain't always heroic. Tends to leave you with dirty hands. In fact, that's how our ride and I met.
Crackers on!
That'll be him.
Nova, give me one reason not to kill you.
We see the Red Hawk, created by Ego. I signaled you for one. Not that we're friends.
And why is that? Maybe we should ask Sander. Wait, we can't. Because you wipe every living thing off the planet's surface.
To stop an exoparasitic invasion. To save the rest of the verse. That's the job here too. This was the new vampire homeworld. They were people, not predators. It worked until a Renale attacked. Some vampires were killed, some taken captive. Whoever you are, if you care this much about Xandar, you should care this much about this world.
It's the Hawk, the Red Hawk. You talk a good game.
Spider-Man. This is Spider-Woman. Cyclops, Phoenix are lurking.
Then, there it is. Saddle up. I can jump hyperspace. I'll get us in a fight.
Between the stars, where the Iranian still meets the vampire claw. Ride, legions. Leap the void as we leap the night. Let this death spider trash fill every inch of our rage. Kill all, turn no one. Let their last sight be the gutted entrails of their grotesque fleet.
Dracula's captains are full attack. We see explosion and blood entrails floating through space.
In the silence of space, the vampire's hidden voice rings out. Death form, Dracula's captain of the hunt, speaks through action. His vampiric scroll flesh revealing new nightmares every second. Killpath, captain of the trail, has tracked the Iranian fleet's weakness. A living ship
kills, but its nervous system is dangerously conductive. Dracula's captains of the raid flays the fleet's dreadnought from within. Grave Hunter is Barun. He is quite adept at humbling barbarians. Nightforge, captain of the smithy, defends the Trilance. The vampire flagship dwarfs the Renail's dreadnoughts in size and munitions.
Just mind all your attacks, all of you. I'm trapped beneath this wreck. Croissant!
But as the Reneans and the vampires are about to see, the Trilance is a battlefield and of itself. Our heroes teleport to the strip and they're ready for some action.
There's atmosphere now?
Vamps don't need an air, darling. It just helps with maintenance. If we're lucky, the fight will come to us. Look, this is War Spider-Man, calling out both sides. He's sure to get people's attention. Yes, Rada. Yes, this is the meal-long promise. Drink, my friend. Drink deep. As we see Rada the Darkhawk sucking the energy from the sun. And welcome, Break World, to Eternal Night. Drink and darken the whole of traitorous system. The Break Worldarians prize. Their hate, it howls from their world. They welcomed the Death Spiders, worked with them to drain their own home of its lifeblood with vampires as slaves. They lorded over us, tortured us, but as their sun goes dim, only we will survive. And from the frozen husk of Break World, we will begin our final strike.
Blood Tempest Dracula! Stand down immediately!
What an offensive sound. The hidden voice is meant for vampires alone.
That's radio telepathy. Big man, I've got all the toys. Attack a star, and you attack Star-Lord.
Next, a war for the sun. Let's see what happens on the next riveting episode of Conquest 2099, number 4.